Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all. Okay, yesterday class we discussed about the physical layer transducer characteristics and personal area network. What are the different types of personal area network? And we discussed about the hidden terminal. We discussed about the hidden terminal. Hidden terminal, and also we discuss about the wireless ad hoc networking, and what are the examples of the personal area network. We already discussed the Bluetooth, Zigbee, and the Wi-Fi and ultra wideband. Now I want to discuss about the MANET. So mobile ad hoc network, which is also the one part of the wireless sensor network. Okay, wireless ad hoc network lone applications lo MANET అనేది యూస్ చేస్తాం. Okay, yesterday we discussed the uh, wireless ad hoc network. What is the representation and what is the MANET and what is the intelligence vehicle ad hoc network and smartphone and ad hoc wireless network and internet based network. These are the applications of the wireless ad hoc network. Okay. And in that main important topic is mobile ad hoc networking. So in mobile ad hoc networking, is collection of the independent mobile nodes that can be communicated to each other via radio waves. So whatever the in the wireless sensor network, in that different modes that they have, so they will be connected, communicated with the radio waves. So that is the mobile ad hoc networking. So the it is a collection of the independent mobile nodes that can be communicated to each other via radio waves. So it is continuously self-configuring and infrastructureless network of the mobile devices connected wirelessly. So all the nodes within the MANET, which is a self-configuration, they will take their own decision, or they will be functions the whatever the application that will be given, and there is a need not necessary any infrastructure network of the mobile devices. So each device in MANET is free to move independently in any direction and will therefore change in links or links to other devices frequently. So another important point in the mobile ad hoc networking is there will be always be free nodes in the MANET. They will be move anywhere independently without any controlling. So always the communication links will be frequently breakdown. Always the communication links will be frequently breakdown. So mobile nodes that are radio range of each other can directly communicate it. So within the range of the mobile nodes, they will be directly communicated in the mobile nodes. Okay. In other needs, intermediate nodes to route their packets. Okay, they will also be used the intermediate nodes to route their packets. Each of the node has a wireless interface to communicate with each other. So every node must be wireless interface to communicate with each other. That is the main important of the wireless sensor networks. Okay, here some example will be given for the MANET. Some example will be given to the mobile ad hoc networking. So node 1 to node 3 are not within the range. So the node 1 is this is the range of the node 1 and this is the range of the node 3. So there is a not in within the range of the each other. However, node 2 can be used for the forward packets between the node 1 and node 2. So node 2 will act as a router, and these three nodes together considered as a ad hoc networking of the mobile ad hoc. So node 3 with node 2, which will be acts as a router between the node 1 and node 3, which is an intermediate node of that particular network. So all the three will be communicated within the ad hoc network. This is the MANET. So MANET features a collection of the independent nodes that can be communicated each other via radio waves. So within the range అనేది మనకి కమ్యూనికేషన్ అనేది వైర్లెస్ లోనే కన్సిడరేషన్స్ తీసుకుంటాం. In MANET, every node will be independently free. They will move from wherever it will be need, and also whenever it will be move freely, then automatically communication links will be frequently break down. So directly communication అనేది within the range అనేది possibilities అనేది తీసుకుంటాం. Need not necessary any infrastructure. They will be self configuration. They will take their own decision, or they will be acts as an intermediate node for the data transmission. That is also be possible here. So they've given us some example. For example of the MANET node 1 to node 3, how it will be communicated within the range doesn't existed between the node 1 and node 3. Then you can go for the node 2, which is a router for the which is a router for the node 1 and node 3. That is the representation of the example. And coming to the characteristics of the MANET. What is the characteristics of the MANET? So distribution operation, different characteristics parameters will be takes place here. So distribution operation and multi-hop routing, autonomous terminal, dynamic topology, lightweight terminal, shared physical medium. So these are the parameters. So distributed operation. There is a no central network. Central control network will be not present here. So control of the network is distributed among the nodes. So they will be freely distributed. There is need not necessarily any control in the wireless sensor network of the MANET. Okay. So distributed operation అనేది ఏంటంటే every node will be reaches their information freely. Okay. There is need not any central connection will not be existed in the networking operation. Okay. So multi-hop routing అనేది ఫస్ట్ నుంచి చెప్తున్నాం. So multi-hop routing will be supported in the MANET. So when the node tries to send information to other node which is out of its range, the packet should be forwarded via one or two more independent nodes. That is the multi-hop routing that will be adjusted from the source to the destination. So multi-hop routing అనేది ఏంటంటే ఒక నోడ్ అనేది ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేయాలనుకుంటే 1 or 2 రోడ్స్ అనేది ఇక్కడ మనం ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేస్తాం. If node 3 is far away grade తీసుకుంటే, then another node will be acts as a intermediate node between the node 1 to node 3. That is the multi-hop routing will be adjusted between the intermediate nodes and the source to the destination. And autonomous terminal. In MANET, each mobile is a independent node. So they could be function the host, or they would be function the router. That means intermediate node. So itself acts as a router, or itself acts as a host. All the nodes will be independent nodes will be considered. So they will be take their own decision. They will be take the own decision across the MANET. And dynamic topology. Nodes are free to move arbitrarily with different speeds. Thus, the network topology may change randomly and unpredictable time. So nodes అనేది every time they will not be fixed. So they will be moved from one place to another place with some different different speeds. Whenever it will be moving, automatically network topologies may be changes from one point to the another point. So the at unpredictable time will be takes place whenever you are transmitting the data. That is the dynamic topology. So lightweight terminals. The node of the MANET or mobile with less CPU capability and low power storage and small memory size. So sensor is a very small particle. So in that also we are using the MANET. Whenever you are using the MANET, less CPU, central point controller will be very low, and low power storage will be considered, and small memory size will be considered here. And shared physical medium. So wireless communication medium is accessible to any entity with approximate equipment and adaptive resources. So shared physical mediums means what are the resources you will be have that will be useful to the wireless sensor network, and that will be equipment also be approximate equipment. So you want to use only 10 watts or limited power will be considered here. that power also be shareable to the neighboring nodes. That is possible in the shared physical medium. These are the characteristics of the MANET. These are the characteristics of the MANET. Distribution operation and multi-hop routing and autonomous terminal, dynamic topology, lightweight terminal, and shared physical medium. So distribution and they will be distributed without any central control center network will not be needed. They will be distributed freely among the nodes. Multi-hop means one point to another point. We can use the intermediate routes for the transmission of the packets. Autonomous means they take own decision. It will be acts as a route or a host. So all the nodes will be independent nodes. So dynamic nature. So whenever the moving orbital will be takes place, automatically network topology also be changes and the time prediction will be unpredictable. Okay, that is represented here. So lightweight terminals, small equipment will be here, small power storage and memory and CPU. Okay, this is the lightweight terminal, shared physical medium. So shared physical medium is communication medium is accessible entity of the approximate equipments. Equipment may depend on the resources may consideration. These are the challenges. And coming to the, sorry, these are the characteristics. And coming to the MANET challenges. So MANET challenges also be very important. What are the challenges that will be faced by the mobile ad hoc networking whenever you are designing that particular network? Okay, so limited bandwidth and dynamic topology and routing overhead and overhead networking and hidden terminal problem and packet losses and mobile induced route changes, battery constraints and security threats. So here, first one, limited bandwidth. We already see wireless sensor network is a limited bandwidth will be supported here. So wireless link continue to have significant lower capacity than the infrastructure network. So compared to the traditional network, wide network to compare chesinapudu, bandwidth will be very, very low. And here realize the throughput, that output of the wireless communication after accounting to the effect of the multiple axes, fading, noise, interference conditions, etc. So often much lesser than the radio maximum transmission rate. So it will be offer the always very, very less radio maximum transmission rate will be considered here. So always they will be choose the multiple accessing and fading, noise, interference conditions will be faced by the bandwidth. Okay. So even that conditions also, you must be offer the much lesser than the radio maximum transmission rate. That is the limited bandwidth. So dynamic topology, coming to the already we know dynamic nature. So dynamic topology membership must distribute the trust relationship among the nodes. The trust may also be distributed if some nodes are detected as compressed. Okay. So they will be trust to each other among the all the nodes, and they will also be distribute the every information to the neighboring nodes. That is the uh, dynamic topology of that particular network. And routing overhead in wireless sensor networks, wireless ad hoc network, nodes offer changes their location within the network. So the node will be moved from one node to another location. So some stall routes are generated in the routing table, which leads to the unnecessary routing overhead. So a problem in that, okay, whenever the node will be changes, they doesn't update it. The stall means some wrong route. Okay, there will be stalled routes are generated in the routing table, which leads to the unnecessary routing overhead. So unnecessary మనం values అనేది తీసుకోవడానికి chances అనేది తీసుకుంటున్నాం. Even there is doesn't exist any node across that particular location. Okay, hidden terminal problem. Already we know discussed the hidden terminal problem. So it's referred to the collision of the packets at receiving node due to the simultaneous transmission of those nodes. They doesn't know each other of the sending data, but the transmission range of the receiver will be equal. Okay, and next day మనం డిస్కస్ చేసిన మొత్తం పాయింట్ అనేది ఇక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ లో చెప్పారు. So hidden terminal problem, which will be refers to the collision of packets across the receiver whenever transmitting the two sender at a time without knowing each other, but the receiving node will be within the range of that particular receiver. So this is the problem that will be obtained across the hidden terminal problem. Okay, and coming to the packet losses due to transmission error. So coming to the packet losses due to the transmission error, ad hoc wireless network experience a much higher packet loss due to factors such as increased collision due to the presence of hidden terminal and presence of interference and unidirectional links, frequency path breaks due to the mobility of nodes. So మనకి ఇక్కడ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుందంటే ఛాలెంజ్ అంటే యూ కెన్ ఓవర్కమ్ దట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ problems. Okay, so packet losses due to transmission errors low challenge is say here much lot of higher packet losses will be obtained due to the factors of the hidden terminal problem and presence of interference, any interference that will be present across that particular node, and unidirectional link and frequency path breaks. The always the node will be moving, mobility of node will be created by the nodes. So whenever it will be moves one point to one point, frequently the path will be breakdown. So due to that also packet losses will be obtained whenever you are transmitting the transmission errors will be obtained. Okay, and mobility induced route changes. Mobility induced route changes. The network topology in ad hoc wireless network is highly dynamic due to the mobility of nodes. Hence, an ongoing section suffers frequently path breaks. Hence, an ongoing section suffers frequently path breaks. This situation offers leads to frequent route changes. This situation occurs leads to the frequency route changes. So mobility induced route changes వచ్చేసరికి ఏంటంటే నెట్వర్క్ టోపాలజీస్ లింక్ చేసుకుని ఉంది. Highly dynamic due to the movement of the nodes. Always every node will be moved from one point to another point. It doesn't fix it across that particular point in the network. Hence, ongoing section suffers frequent path breaks. Whenever ongoing section means some A to B transmitting is going on, so neighboring nodes is moving from one point to another point, or ongoing section also moving, then it will be leads to the frequently route changes will be takes place across the whenever transmitting the A to B. Okay na, frequent గా మనకి రూట్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది ఎందుకంటే నోడ్ అనేది ఒక పాయింట్ నుంచి అనదర్ పాయింట్ మూవ్ అవుతున్న కండిషన్స్ తీసుకుంటే then it will be leads to the mobility induced route changes. Okay, and battery constraints. Devices used in this network have devices used this networks have restrictions on the power source in order to maintain the portability, size and weight of the devices. So battery constraints దేని మీద తీసుకుంటామంటే they will always be restricted in power. Already limited power will be utilized by the wireless sensor network. So to maintain that particular restricted power, there will be order of the probability and size and weight of the device will be considered here. Okay, security thoughts. So whenever using the wireless sensor network, always you are facing the some security because it is an open free medium. Okay, so wireless mobile network nature of the MANET brings a new security challenges to the network design. Okay, so wireless network is a vulnerable to eavesdropping, and ad hoc network functionality is established through node cooperation. Mobile ad hoc networking are instinctively exposed to the numerous security attacks. So ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్తున్నామంటే MANET అనేది న్యూ సెక్యూరిటీ ఛాలెంజెస్ ని ఫేస్ చేస్తుంది. అది కూడా వెనరబిలిటీ టు యూస్ డ్రాపింగ్ అండ్ ad hoc networking functionality is established due to the node cooperation and mobile ad hoc networks మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంటుంది. సో ఎప్పుడైతే వైర్లెస్ నెట్వర్క్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నారో easily they will be trapped different types of security attacks అనేది ఇక్కడ కన్సిడరేషన్స్ తీసుకుంటాం. సో MANET vulnerabilities. సో vulnerabilities అనేది ఇక్కడ సెక్యూరిటీ కిందకి వస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో vulnerability is అంటే ఎవరైతే హ్యాక్ చేస్తున్నారో, ఎవరైతే మనకి ఇండ్యూసర్స్ చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళని మనకు ఇక్కడ కన్సిడరేషన్ తీసుకుందాం. సో vulnerability is weakness in security system. A particular system may be vulnerable to unauthorized data manipulation because of the system does not verify user identity before allowing the data access. ఎప్పుడైతే మన డేటా ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేస్తున్నామో they doesn't identify it is a correct node. Okay, they doesn't identify. So whenever you are transmitting the A to B, in between that C will be involved and that will be takes the data that is possible in the wireless sensor network. So vulnerability is a very weakness of the security system in wireless sensor network. Okay, so most vulnerable than wide network, such of the vulnerabilities are followed by different parameters తీసుకున్నాడు ఎందుకు vulnerability అనేది మనకి ఇక్కడ వీక్ అవుతుంది అనేది. So based on that will be considered here. Okay. So lack of centralized management. మనం సెండ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఎక్కడ ఉంది మనకి డేటా అనేది కన్సిడరేషన్ ఏమి ఉండదు ఇక్కడ. సో ఆల్వేస్ వైర్లెస్ సెన్సార్ నెట్వర్క్ ఈజ్ decentralized network ని సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. సో MANET doesn't have the centralized MANET server. The absence of the management makes the detection of the attacks difficult because it is not easy to monitor the traffic in high dynamic and large scale ad hoc network. So number of nodes అనేది ఒకే సింగిల్ నెట్వర్క్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి it is not possible which network where the node will be accessed, where the node will be dropped, the packet it doesn't identify when by the single node. So they will be forwarded the data where it will be breakdown that will be highlighted. So it doesn't need any centralized network in MANET. So that is also be some drawback here. So different attacks, detection of the attacks అనేది difficult in the MANET. Okay. No predefined boundary. While ad hoc network doesn't need any predefined boundaries, so they will be proceeded and forward the data so long, far away data. Okay, so cannot precisely define a physical boundary of the network. The network works in nomadic environment where they are allowed to join or leave the wireless networks. So ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే ఎక్కడైతే మనకు కావాల్సి వస్తే కనెక్ట్ అవుతాం లేకపోతే అవసరం లేదు. So which is example for the hotspot and Ethernet. So that is the allowed here. So radio range of the node, it will be able to communicate with the net node. So within the range, radio range lo anta duraina mana signal anedi communicate avadam chances undi. That is also be leads to the attacks. Okay. So cooperativeness. So routing algorithm of the MANET usually assumes that nodes are cooperated and non-manipulated. So ఏదైతే రూటింగ్ అనేది మనకు ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేస్తున్నామో నోడ్స్ మధ్య ఆల్వేస్ దే విల్ బి కోఆపరేటెడ్ and non-manipulations అనేది తీసుకుంటుంది ఇక్కడ. So manipulation attacks can be easily become an important routing agent and disparate network operations. Okay, ఎక్కడైతే manipulations and these attacks అనేది జరిగినాయో రూటింగ్స్ ఎక్కువ జరుగుతాయి. సో ఆ కండిషన్స్ లో మనకి రూటింగ్ ఏజెంట్స్ అనేది ప్రాపర్ గా లేకపోతే ఆటోమేటిక్లీ సిస్టమ్ ఫెయిల్యూర్స్ అనేది తీసుకుంటుంది. సో లిమిటెడ్ పవర్ సప్లై. The nodes in mobile ad hoc network need to consider restricted power supply, which will cause several problems. Okay, which will be cause several problems. So always power supply is restricted. So due to that, ad hoc wireless may behave as selfish manner when it is finding that there is a only limited power supply. So limited power supply ఉండడం వల్ల ఒకసారి పవర్ అనేది మన ప్రాపర్ గా సెండ్ చేయకపోతే then it will be leads to the packet loss. Advisory inside the network. The mobile nodes within the MANET will be freely join and leave the network. That is the main advantage of the wireless network, and that will be also be leads to the some vulnerable attacks. The node within the network may also behaves manipulously. This is hard to detect the behavior of the node. This attack is more dangerous than the external attack. So ఏది కరెక్ట్ నోడ్ అనేది వస్తుంది అనేది ఐడెంటిఫై చేయలేం. Unknown node also be present in the wireless sensor network MANET. Okay, so due to that reasons more vulnerable attacks will be takes place across the wireless sensor network. Okay, and coming to the routing protocols of the MANET here. So how it will be supported the routing protocols. Okay, MANET లో రూటింగ్ ప్రోటోకాల్స్ ఇవి మీకు సెపరేట్ గా రూటింగ్ ప్రోటోకాల్స్ అనే టాపిక్ వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా. So coming to the routing protocols, here ad hoc network is divided into mainly three main classes of the proactive, reactive, hybrid routing protocols. ఇవే రూటింగ్ ప్రోటోకాల్స్ మీకు 4th యూనిట్ లో వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా, అక్కడ క్లియర్ గా we can identify, but here it is related to the MANET. Okay, so ఇక్కడ చూడండి క్లాసిఫికేషన్. MANET routing protocol, which is a proactive and reactive. Both the operations that will be considered as a hybrid. Routing protocol. Here DSDV and ZRP and AODV. These are the routing protocols which will be used to discuss in the unit 4. Okay, where we came different protocols of the routing protocol. So proactive is the driver routing protocols, other name. Proactive, each node has a maintain one or more tables to store routing information. So every node, they will be maintain the one or two tables for the routing information. Routing information store cheyadaniki use chestam. Any changes network topology need to reflect the propagated update throughout the network in order to maintain the constrained network value. Okay. So మనకి ఏదైనా అప్డేట్ అనేది వస్తుంది అనుకోండి, సో దట్ రూట్ విల్ బి ఎస్టాబ్లిష్డ్, new route will be identified, then that update will be initially they will be propagated update throughout the network. So here this is the proactive protocol. So reactive protocol is also be on demanding routing protocol. Reactive protocols are on demanding routing protocols since they not maintain the routing information or routing activities in the network node. They if there is no communication, ఎటువంటి కమ్యూనికేషన్ లేకపోతే ఎటువంటి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ యాక్టివిటీస్ అనేది ఉండదు. Whenever the requirement, if the node wants to send packet to another node, the protocol such the route on demanding manner, especially connections are ordered to transmit and receives the packet. So మనకి రిక్వైర్మెంట్ అనేది ఉంటే discovers the occurs in the flooding to the route request into the network. So whenever it will be need to communicate, then only it will be communicated. On demanding process will be takes place. Then only it will be sends the request to send to the all the nodes. That is the on demanding routing protocol is a reactive protocol. And coming to the hybrid routing protocol, both will be combined. Here reactive and proactive protocols which is combined, then we call as a hybrid protocols. So zone routing protocol is a hybrid routing protocol which will divides the network into the zones, and it will be provides the hierarchical architecture. It will be provides the hierarchical architecture where each node has maintained the additional topology information requiring the extra memory. These are the routing protocols of the routing protocol of the MANET. And coming to the security attacks in MANET, passive attack and active attack. Here two types of attacks will be takes place. Passive attack, it does not alter the data transmitted within the network, but it is includes the unorganized listening to the network traffic, and accumulator collects the data from it. Okay, so data transmitting and within the network అనేది కాకుండా outside of the network అనేది కన్సిడరేషన్ తీసుకుంటాం traffic based చేసుకుంటాం. Active attacks are very server attacks on the network, prevents the message flow between the nodes. మనకు మెసేజ్ అనేది ట్రాన్స్మిట్ అవ్వకుండా they will be blocks the messages. That is the active attacks అనేది తీసుకుంటాం. So they are internal or external. So internal operation or external operations తీసుకున్నామా active attacks లో they will be classified into the three types: dropping attack, and modification attack, and fabrication attack. So coming to the dropping attack, compromised nodes or selfish node can drop all the packets that are not destinated from them. Okay, compromised nodes ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో or selfish nodes ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో, they will be all packets will be dropped across that particular, it doesn't need the destination. So modification attacks వచ్చేసరికి ఏంటంటే these attacks modifies the packet and distribute to all the over the network between the network nodes. అంటే original packet ని కాకుండా they will be modifies the data and they will be distributed. This type of attacks is considered as a modification attacks. And fabrication attacks, so in this attacker send fake messages to the neighboring nodes within the receiver any related messages. So అసలు మెసేజెస్ సెండ్ చేయకుండా in this attacker they will be sends the fake attack to the senders. Okay, that is the attacks of the security attacks of the MANET. And coming to the MANET application, some of the typical applications includes here military battlefield and collaborative work and local level, personal area network and Bluetooth, and commercial sector will be considered here. So coming to the military battlefield, they allows the military to take advantage of the commonplace networking topology to maintain an information network between the soldiers and vehicles and military information headquarters. So always they will be maintain the communication within the soldiers and vehicles and military information across the headquarters. So that is the battlefield. And collaborative work. So in business environment, need for collaborative computing more important outside offices environment than inside, where people do need to have outside meeting to cooperate and exchange information on given project. ఎక్కడైతే మనకి outside meetings లో exchanging information అనేది consideration తీసుకుంటే without knowing to the other people, then you can choose the manage. On local level, so local level కి వచ్చేసరికి autonomous links అనేది తీసుకుంటాం. So temporary multimedia network using the notebook computers to spread and share information along the participants at conference or classrooms. Another appropriate level application might be home networking. So communicate directly each other, exchange information. ఎక్కడైతే మనకి కార్పొరేట్ లెవెల్ మీటింగ్స్ ఎక్కడైతే జరుగుతాయో ఆ కార్పొరేట్ లెవెల్ మీటింగ్స్ లో దే విల్ బి ఎక్స్చేంజ్ ద ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వితౌట్ నోయింగ్ టు ద అదర్ పీపుల్. సో దెన్ యూ కెన్ యూస్ ద MANET. On classrooms also they will be supported. This is the home networking also, they will use the MANET application. Personal area network and Bluetooth. So personal area network is a short range and localized network where nodes are usually associated with a given person. On short range MANET such as Bluetooth can simplify the intercommunication between various mobile devices such as laptop and mobile phones. So mobile phones కానీ laptops కానీ various informations అనేది తీసుకుంటాం. Commercial sectors కి వచ్చేసరికి ad hoc is used to emergency conditions or rescue operations for whenever disasters will be obtained. Okay, that are fire or flood or earthquakes. In that conditions also MANET will be useful. And emergency rescue operations must take place where non-existing damaged communication infrastructure. అక్కడ ఎటువంటి ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఉండదు. They will use the satellite communication mobiles using the MANET. A rapid development of the communication network is needed whenever rescue operations will be takes place. This is the MANET. Whenever they will be use the question for MANET, just based on the marks you can write the different level. Okay, MANET అంటే మొత్తం ఆపరేషన్ రాయాలి, స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ ఛాలెంజెస్ రాయాలి, ఎనర్బుల్స్ అనేది మీ ఇష్టం, ఓకే అడిగితే రాయాలి, రూటింగ్ కూడా, అలానే సెక్యూరిటీ అటాక్స్ రాయాలి. MANET అప్లికేషన్స్ కూడా మీరు ఇనిషియేట్ చేయాలి. 8 మార్క్స్ ఇస్తారా లేదా 4 మార్క్స్ ఇస్తారా? 4 మార్క్స్ ఇస్తే ఇది మటు సరిపోతుంది. MANET అంటే ఏంటనేది రాస్తే సరిపోతుంది. ఓకే, డయాగ్రామ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, ఎనీ డౌట్స్? హలో, ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఓకే, మీకు ప్రాజెక్టు బ్యాచెస్ చేశారు చెప్తారంట ఎప్పుడు, ఆ బ్యాచెస్ చేసినప్పుడు మీరు రియాక్ట్ అవుతే సరిపోద్ది. ఓకేనా? అలానే MATLAB బ్యాచెస్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో MATLAB లో వాళ్ళు యాడ్ అవ్వాలి. MATLAB ఎవరు యాడ్ అవ్వలేదు, 3 బ్యాచెస్ ఉన్నారు. ఆ 3 బ్యాచెస్ కూడా ఎవరెవరు ఉన్నారు నెంబర్స్ ఒకసారి చెప్తాను, వాళ్ళకి ఇంటిమేట్ చేయండి. 17, 62, LE 405, 455 థర్డ్ బ్యాచ్. 5th బ్యాచ్ LE 3, 32, 1, 59. 42 6th బ్యాచ్ 42, 69, 52, 10. వీళ్ళు మొత్తం ఆ MATLAB బ్యాచ్ లో యాడ్ అవ్వాలి. MATLAB బ్యాచ్ లో ఆల్రెడీ నా దగ్గర ఉన్న ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ప్రకారం కొంతమందిని యాడ్ చేశాను. LE 3 ఒకళ్ళు యాడ్ చేశాను, 401 యాడ్ చేశాను. మిగతా వాళ్ళు యాడ్ అవ్వాలి. నాకు థర్డ్ బ్యాచ్ ఎవరు యాడ్ అవ్వలేదు. అలానే 6th బ్యాచ్ కూడా. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ పాస్ చేయండి కొంచెం. MATLAB లో ఎవరు యాడ్ అవ్వలేదు. మిగతా బ్యాచ్ ఎంబెడెడ్ గ్రూప్ లో అందరూ యాడ్ అయ్యారు. ఓకేనా? అర్థమవుతుందో చెప్తుంది?